You know the fucking vibes. It's Litty Willie. I got my brother Matic in the building. Obviously it's Matic Monday. We're filming on the Monday, but you're probably gonna be watching this on the Friday, which is September 20th, my birthday.
Nice.
So let's just say happy birthday to me. Um, let's go into it, brother Matic. How you been? How's the married life? How's the music? And most importantly, how are you?
Good. So far so good. I've been on a realm of feeling like I'm not doing enough, even though I'm doing the most.
That's kind of good and bad with you.
Yeah.
That's like a 50-50 thing.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm trying to kind of make sure that whatever I do and all the things that I do, as far as music goes, that it comes from a place of that I'm doing it because I want to do it, not
Right.
because I need to do it. So
Right.
that's where I'm at right now as far as making music wise. I've been consistent, nonstop. Well, you see me with the posts.
I think it's because you've been so consistent that it's becoming normal already. So you feel like you need to do more.
I need to do more, yeah.
Because you're so consistent.
I already reached the norm of
Right.
being consistent. So I feel like I need to crank it up a little bit. But even with Renee, shout out with Renee, me and him have had these conversations, which I saw him, funny enough, I was getting out of the, here in the corner, what's the name of the Poke 88?
The poke, yeah.
I was getting out. I just stopped because I just wanted to get like some food, and I was like, I'll get some food also for my sister. And I'm getting out, and from my peripheral, I see a hand stretched out, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? What? Like, my first thought, I swear to God, I told myself, I'm like, yo, what the fuck did I get into? Like, why did I come here?
Somebody see me on Matic Mondays.
Fuck, bro. And then I see his Renee, and I'm like, yo, ain't no way. He was with his girl, met his girl. Thank you, much love, appreciated. Both of you, we had a nice conversation. I know he's also in his realm, trying to get a project together that hopefully will come out soon.
Everything together.
Everything together, yeah, man. Life as is. We always talked about that, Brent and I. Always balance is the key for everything. So, but yeah, I guess I'm also in that realm, trying to find the right balance for everything.
And how's the married life in general?
Girl's good. She's at home.
Wife?
She hates the fact that I bought a laptop, a new laptop, so she hates it.
More tools, more work.
Yeah, it's just that the fact that though. So I guess to explain it quickly, the laptop that I was using was a 2015. So I was riding around in a Ford Fusion.
Right.
And now I went ahead and bought myself a Lambo.
Yeah.
So I'm riding out fast. So the laptop that I got is a 2021. So the speed is now like that. I can do everything that I felt limited as far as mixing, mastering.
Right.
Because I didn't have all the tools that my old MacBook was not allowing me. But now the new one is allowing me to do everything. So I'm literally right behind Brent and I. Shout out to Brent. He's been sending me like classes for engineering. Recently, I actually was like my girl's dad. He used me basically as an engineer in the room.
Okay.
I know how to move in Logic. Thank God and thanks to Brent, quickly. So sometimes I do something and then he's like, "How did you do that?" It's like, "Oh, you always had this and this and this." He's like, what the fuck? So I guess I'm very I'm not tech savvy at all, but with Logic when it comes to that, I feel like I know my stuff. So he used me we made a house music. He had the beat and then he wanted to get a song from salsa. He wanted to get the vocals.
Okay.
And slammed it into the house music.
Dope.
So I chopped it up, slowed it, timed it down, stretched it. And they were telling me, okay, this goes here. No, I moved it here. And no, I moved it here. So he literally paid me for that. When I told him, don't pay me for that. But I guess you can say that's the first money I made.
Yeah, that was fun. I keep telling you, bring him by too. You got to get him humble and bring him by.
Yes, it's difficult to take him out of the house. But he will.
And just how are you in general? Just you in general. Overall.
Good. I want to say, I'm trying to find
the political answer.
Political, yeah. To give you, I'm alive. Mm-hmm. I can say that. Well, I'm starting to, I guess, journal a little bit more. Okay. I didn't do that. I saw an interview with Big Sean, and I saw this dude that he gave. I don't know if you've ever seen him on TikTok. He gives like haircuts.
Yeah.
He has now a podcast, and he's saying that him and Big Sean were talking about journaling. So I'm starting to do that, and always the first thing I write is like, thank you for allowing me to see another day, because sometimes we forget that. I forget that. And I do pray every night, and that's one of the things. One of the first things I say, thank you for letting me get home safe, because we never know what things gonna happen. But I think something that is in my mind heavily right now is how I can shift onto another gear on the music, on the business side of it also.
Podcast.
On the podcasting, how can I step on the gas more? Even though we like how you said it, I guess I reached my norm of what was it you said? The new norm of what?
Yeah, but your norm of consistency, because hard work for you was getting to a point. Now that hard work is consistent to you now.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you have to search for a new consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
Consistency was making one song a day. Now you're making 100 songs a day and feel like I'm not making enough. So you got to set a new goal. How's everything been in your country? Because last time in a nutshell, because I know we could talk about this for hours, but since we spoke, I know we talked about what was going on with it. But after we spoke, I seen that the president's plane got confiscated by one of his planes or so. Is that a good sign that things are?
That's a good sign, but I mean, it's like David against Goliath, type of thing. The giant, you're still facing the giant still.
Right.
We're not David yet, all the way. What did happen was that the president elected, right, Edmundo, he had to flee the country to Spain. Because he was getting death threats, and he's gonna get sworn. I don't know if he already got sworn or if he's gonna get sworn. I think the 22nd.
So your country will be led under Spain now?
No. So the president that was elected, right, from the opposition that won already, that it was stated that he won already, he fled the country to Spain just to seek refuge and just for his life.
So he's the president, but he left the country.
Yeah, literally. So a lot of people.
How can you be the president in a country that you don't live in?
That is the problem. That's a lot of people having that conflict because this happened already years ago with another person that won and then fled the country and then it disappeared. And it also happened that people have gone like from the opposition, the main runner gets elected. Gains some stamina, he gets thrown into jail, and he has to flee the country because of his life, and then he just flees the country and stays in the other country, and he can do anything. So in this case, they're saying that it's different because it's not about him governing from the outside. It's basically letting the world know that this is the president, that even Spain right now is going to swear as the president of Venezuela, just to make it known to the world that this is the president. And that guy that's there is a tyrant and we need to get him out. That's basically
how can Spain, though, solidify it?
I believe that the way that they can solidify it is because of the proof. And since because of the proof that they're bringing to them, like, hey, listen, I got all the proof to let you know that I am the president. And the way that he was received also from what I saw.
But this is the guy that allegedly didn't win.
That allegedly by the government of Venezuela didn't win. Didn't win.
Oh, okay, good. So it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah.
So far,
it's still on the works. I know I've seen, and that's why personally I haven't posted anything. I haven't posted anything else.
Right.
But just because I haven't posted anything doesn't mean that the struggle still continues.
Right.
A lot of people I imagine that have not posted anything is because, like I was telling you, they don't ask you for your license; they ask you for your phone.
Right.
To see what you have. And if you have anything, they take you.
So once he gets sworn in by Spain, does now Spain back him and go and overthrow this guy that's there now, or is that a war between Spain and Venezuela now?
I think what is going to happen, and I think the ideal plan for it is for him to be sworn, and then, like I said, Spain obviously recognizing, and then also not only other European countries, but also United States. And also all other South American countries recognizing the fact that this is the president that we need to put in there. So hopefully getting more help that, by the way, other countries
hopefully it won't be no war. Basically,
exactly.
Just, know what? Listen, I lost. Let me get out.
Yeah, you lost. This is the guy. You got to get out or else. Type of shit.
Okay.
And I believe also, like we talked about last time, that Biden did give him a time frame. Like, hey, by November, you got to get out. If you don't, we're going.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know how true that is, but...
some good signs going on.
Yeah.
Good signs. Talking about politics, Trump is 0-2 with another person trying to kill him.
Yeah. I saw that. My girl told me.
They found the guy. I don't know if you've ever been to Trump National, but they found the guy on the outskirts, right there in the bushes, bulletproof plates, ready to go. He had everything, ready, rifle, everything. He had everything set up. So I don't know if you've ever been there in Doral, the Trump place.
I've seen it, but I've never been there.
But you've seen it. So to get in is one thing, but then all that outskirts. So he was already set up on the outskirts with a car that was prepared to leave it and everything. He was a Trump fan, actually, allegedly. and he did an interview, and basically he didn't sound all there, but I want to know, because we do live in times, and we do live in a country now where if you believe it's real, you're crazy, but if you don't believe that it was a conspiracy, you're also crazy, or if you do believe it's a conspiracy, it's crazy. So do you honestly believe, in your opinion, that like people are really out here trying to kill him, and if so, why not the other side?
I don't think so. I feel like, well, to start, I saw that there was a lot of things being said about how he got hit in his ear, and it was already healed. That his ear was like in perfect shape. There's a lot, in my mind, there's a lot of doubt as far as the first one. Now the second one that you're saying, that sounded kind of sus.
A little bit more real.
Yeah, it's a little bit more real. I don't think that the opposition may be trying to kill him, and then the fact that he was a Trump supporter, I don't know.
Well, he was, and then he changed over. He said
he changed over,
and it wasn't so much. It was like, I guess it was politics of. And don't quote me on this, because I'm not a politic guy, but allegedly it was something that he liked about Trump, then he didn't like about Trump. So then he said that anybody that's like not trying to kill Trump is crazy. Like, yeah, it was. Like I said, this goes into metal foil talk.
I mean, we have crazy people all over, and I think Miami has also the craziest amount. So,
and that's my thing to second that. And sorry to cut you. I just wanted to the only thing I want to say to people that say that these things are not real, you really have to understand, and they're gonna even call me crazy and say that this may not be real. There's people out there that shoot up schools. Yeah. They'll call it conspiracy. Some people will call it conspiracy, but when you got kids and you can see a mother crying on TV, you can't call that a conspiracy, bro. I don't care what you say, it's real, right? Some crazy people are out here, so I mean, it is what it is, but I guess Trump is now 0-2 in lives.
I don't know. I think he should probably come up with a comic or something, because he survived 2 attempts.
More drama, more politics, but in the music industry, Super Bowl drama with Jay-Z, allegedly, or not even allegedly, but factually, or something that maybe I can't speak on facts, but it is said that Jay-Z is the leader of who picks on who's going to perform in the Super Bowl, and that has been confirmed. So Kendrick Lamar will be performing at the Super Bowl in Louisiana. Lil Wayne said he was genuinely hurt, but he said it was also his fault because he assumed something that wasn't going to happen just because he is him. But he was thinking his fans, because he said he's genuinely hurt, but his fans were the ones that had helped him and reminded him who he is and things like that. So what's your whole opinion and take on this?
I saw, one of the things that I saw today was 50 Cent saying that Kendrick should be and supposed to be the person performing. I also, correct me if I'm wrong, but Lil Wayne is from there, right?
He is from Louisiana, yes.
So I think that that's a point for him, that I guess towards the side of it should be him. At the same time, I have a feeling how you and I spoke that it may be that they're doing this thing, and then Lil Wayne comes out and the performance, as it was all fake. I think that is more believable, that all that thing that he said on the video is fake.
Okay.
I think that's fake.
So you think that he will
show up?
My question is now, do you think he will show up, or do you think it will go deeper than this, and all this beef and drama wasn't real, and Drake will show up as well? Because you got to remember, once you bring Lil Wayne on a stage with Kendrick, that's it. That's total disrespect. Now we're talking streets. Now we're talking loyalty. Now we're talking a lot of things.
Well, another thing that I saw about 50 Cent saying, you never outshine the master. So the master in this case is
Lil Wayne.
And if Lil Wayne was to go ahead and show, and
did you see the Nicki Minaj tweets and rants too?
No.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is ranting and tweeting on everything and everybody. So I don't think Wayne will let her jump out the window like that, because she's basically saying fuck everybody. It's me, Wayne, and Drake. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, she's going at everybody. Jay-Z, everybody. So I don't think Wayne will let her jump out the window if
that was gonna happen.
So that's what I'm saying.
I think my outcome for this is that he's gonna show. with Kendrick, and then Drake is not gonna be able to say anything because at the end of the day, Lil Wayne is the master.
And what about Nicki? So she got to eat it too?
I think she got to eat it too.
Oof.
I think so. I think that's what's gonna happen. Another alternative that may happen, because I don't think that everything. I think the reason why I don't think that Drake will show is because I think and I believe that I know that Kendrick has a hate for Drake. I think he has a hate for Drake. I think he has it's like cats and dogs. They want to chase each other.
I think it's. I honestly believe I'm on your side, and I think it's either really there's real life hate or this is all just bullshit. I've always said it since the beginning. I've always told you this shit could be all just a plot
to make. Be texting each other right now.
Like literally thinking of the master plan. Jay-Z being involved, Lil Wayne being involved, boosting numbers. I mean, if it was, this would be the best WWE episode in the world.
If you did see Drake was still one of the. He's the first still of streams.
Yeah.
Top right now.
Yeah.
Right next, below, I think it's either Eminem or somebody like that.
Well, they were trying to put down Kendrick because Kendrick, I guess, just dropped the song. Not that this one, but another one, and it had no comparison to any of the diss tracks that are out right now. So they're
exactly.
They said that Kendrick kind of fucked himself with this now because his music is not gonna sell that. Yeah, they're basically saying. I mean, you can't take Kendrick's gonna be the best rapper no matter what. Yeah, no matter, there's no taking it from him. But they're overdoing it is then what after that? Because then Drake. You don't know Drake as the beef guy. You don't know Drake, so Drake can come back and make pop hits all day, make his money. But what is Kendrick gonna do after this? That's what they were saying. I'm just listening to blogs and different perspectives on things.
I mean, on that tip, then I think it's too
early to tell.
It's too early to tell, but I think it's two roads too, because I think Drake may go in this not high road, but onto this way of okay, I lost or whatever, and I can just go ahead and keep on making hits, and I'll still be number one, and then he'll stay in that thing probably forever. But then Kendrick has to go, and he will stay in his own lane, making his own stuff.
Right.
I think so. I think that's what's gonna happen.
He's been good. He's been okay and good at it since he's been doing it. So who cares?
That's what I'm saying. That I don't think that. I mean, the problem is people.
Your fans, yeah. I mean, he will always see. And like I always said, there's stands and there's fans. He's always gonna have his stands. So, and I was talking. I wasn't talking. I was listening to. Fuck, who was it? Please let me keep that person on my head. Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty was doing a Breakfast Club interview one day, and he was like, it was his second one, not his first one, and he was like, basically they were saying, you're 20 now, you're not young, you're not part of the young blah 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 group, and then Charlamagne told him, I think your fans just like you because you play video games with them and stuff like that. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, those are my people. Like I don't have to go above and beyond. Like I'm okay with my fans. I'm okay with, and I think that's how Kendrick really is. Kendrick is okay with having his select amount of people that listen to him and fuck with him. I don't think he needs any kind of.
One of the things that I heard from JPEG Mafia that he was saying, that shout out to Jay for showing me JPEG Mafia, because honestly I don't know who he was. I've heard his name, but I never dived into it. I heard a bunch of after Jay told me, I heard a bunch of interviews and stuff like that of him, and he was saying he named certain songs randomly as fuck on purpose to separate the people that are just scrolling and checking the song or the people that are actually fans
and listening.
And selective, being selective type shit.
Kind of like that reminds me what's the Russ, the same shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that may be the prime and end all be all of the currency of what we know right now of a fan base. I think that's how it's going to be. If a fan rocks with you, it's solely a fan.
A stan.
It's a stan.
A stan,
but it's a stan in a good
way. No. I don't say it I don't call people stans in derogatory. Right. I call them that. I actually call people stans you are a real fucking fan. You're a real life fan. A fan is just a person that I rock with him. But a stan, I'm a French Montana stan. I can tell you everything about French. I give a fuck what anybody say about French, but I can give you the facts. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think I think both of them will be okay. I think Drake will continue on being Drake, being the superstar he is. Kendrick will be the artist that he is, and everybody's gonna be all right.
I think so too.
I like that it did what it did, where people did start getting better into
listening
beef. Not beef lyrics. Sorry, and all that. Next topic before we listen to your music, I want to say shout out to Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. I've been jamming that shit.
Yeah, Fat Man Scoop has always been the party guy. Sucks that he went out the way he did.
I think, what was it that happened to him?
He had a heart attack.
He was on stage.
Arrest. Yeah, he was on stage. I don't know the medical term of what exactly, but I believe it was a cardiac arrest. Shout out to Dice Peso. So the guy that did the freestyle with me, Kels, he's affiliated with Dice Peso, and Dice Peso actually got the last song with Fat Man Scoop before he died. He's like, that's it. That was the last song that was ever recorded with him. And it's a big hit in New York right now. So shout out to Dice Peso. Shout out to Kelly. And before he died, I'm not gonna say that it got hot because he died. So shout out to everybody involved. Rest in peace and love and peace to your family, Fat Man Scoop. All right, so you know the vibes. We get back to it. Max, what we playing today?
We're playing Stuck in a Loop, beat made by Brent.
Shout out to Brent.
This was the last time that, first and last time until now that Brent, that Renee went to the studio with Brent. We were there. Fun times. I think that was the first time that Renee was around that many artists, and we literally just, there was a moment. Sorry for the time for explaining the story, but he started playing a beat, and then Brent was writing, and then Renee saw he was writing, and then he started writing, and then he saw me writing, and then Gabriel was also writing, and then he's like, "Wait, you're writing? Yeah, you're writing? Yeah, you're writing too?" It's like, damn, this is so fun.
So question: What did you pull the camera out?
No, he filmed it out. No,
oh, okay,
he filmed it.
Okay,
he got that.
I'll say, bro, I keep telling you,
no,
like
he got it.
Renee?
He had
Renee did it?
Yeah, Renee did it. We
okay.
had two Gabriels that night. We have my Gabriel and the other guy. His name is Gabriel, but I know Renee calls him Gabe. So he filmed everything, like literally from the moment he got there to the moment we left.
Good shit.
So, yeah, it was
good.
It was good.
So it's gonna be a good video.
It was a good moment, man. I feel like whenever, even when Docious went, shout out to Docious, whenever you got artists in the room, you may have one, but when you have two or three or more, the energy of like the creative
artistic
just comes out,
artistic
like,
energy
so much. Like you can write on the spot.
So much artistic energy.
Yeah, man. Like it's impressive. Like that's why.
And competition
because you want to like I heard Renee's verse and I was like, yo, I gotta write some shit right
I gotta
now.
go back.
I gotta go back and write it because like, man, fuck, I can't let this man right now like take it. So I'm still missing his verse. Hopefully send it soon. If you're watching this and you already sent it, you're good. But we're coming for you if you don't send it.
Did the Renee vocals coming yet?
Yeah, we stuck in the loop. Carrots on diamonds now, I'm chasing the fruit. But then I'm reminded that the rent is due. We fly so hard that we sick when we flew. Yeah, we stuck in the loop. Time is of the essence, my watch tell me to choose. Trust this the world to me, but nothing to you. Nothing to you. The fuck? Rise to the occasion, but I'm hitting the ceiling, getting the braces, tired of getting called Asian. I'm the Indian man, less the Mohicans got nothing on me. All my styles, you can get it for free, but you know that it come with a price. RESP gonna come through just to see how easy to me. I bring together the team, and we don't play no drafts. Souls penniless up in the Pendergrass, sipping from a victory flask, thinking of questions to ask. Where do we go from here? Is it oh so clear? Looking in the mirror, thinking that you're not here, and all my feelings have been so sincere. I just hope that it cut through the cloth and strip this fear. Let's just sip this here. Yeah, we stuck in the loop. Carrots on diamonds now, I'm chasing the fruit. But then I'm reminded that the rent is due. We fly so hard that we sick when we flew. Yeah, we stuck in the loop. Time is of the essence, my watch tell me to choose. Trust this the world to me, but nothing to you. Nothing to you.
Coming in so fresh, so clean, feeling outcast, but I always reign supreme. Moving through the city, gotta make these ends go meet. Wondering what type of man I would be if I did or did not. Following my intuition, been always the best decision to destroy the opposition, yeah. Jump change, they be following the ways when our flow is not the same. I could slow down the tempo, pick it right back up. We got techniques for all the friends and foes, bitches and hoes, feeling like D-O-double-G when I go bouncing in the street cold, just like D-O-C, stronger than Colossus. Come around, got the place feeling like a brothel, shining so much just like a motherfucking diamond. Who the fucking do it this clean on some day counting shit? Miami Vice on our Rolls Royce, going fast, roll the dice.
Yeah, we stuck in the loop, carrots on diamonds, now I'm chasing the fruit. But then I'm reminded that the rent is due. We fly so hard that we sick when we flew. Yeah, we stuck in the loop, time is of the essence, my watch tell me to choose. Trust this the world to me, but nothing to you. Nothing to you.
My boys brought their swag out, bro. My boys brought their swag. Y'all made me proud on that one. Y'all made me proud on that one, bro.
The first time when we made the beat, when Brent made the beat, we were in the room and I was like, man, I don't think I can write this. And then I heard Brent like writing something, and then I heard Renee's verse, and I was like, damn, I actually, because I don't know, for me, when it comes to a feature, it's easier for me to listen when Amari, for example, shout out to Amari, with Pressure, it was like I heard him, I'm like, all right, so I go down and listen to the verse, and I write the words that they're saying. So like I was telling Brent, Omari, and Renee, like I learned the other person's verse. For some reason, I just learned it, like I can rap it literally.
I think on Amari's track though, that's a more. I feel like Amari's track is more competitive. I feel like this track in general is just like a laid back.
Yeah, it's laid back
swag,
chill.
like it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's more. It's not so much like I gotta get on my toes. Like this is more just like
it's not tense.
It's chill. Yeah, there's no tenseness. It's chill. It's like it gives me like a vibe of Currency and Wiz, just you and that track is like listening to like a Currency and Wiz track together. Yeah. So it's like it's chill, it's vibe,
it's laid back.
And he keeps surprising me. And the first time I heard him, I was like, yo, that's not you. But every time I hear him, I'm like, bro, he's a different person on music.
Yeah, man. He's different.
He's a different person.
And he was telling me, like, man, I've been so focused on, like, mixing and mastering and all that and doing all these things. And mind you, he's been doing great.
Right.
That, I want to write more and whatever. And I'm like, man, don't worry. The more time you're away from it, when you get back to it, whenever, the time allows you to it. And he got back to it. He made 3 songs in the past 3 days. Like, he was just...
boom, 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 boom.
And it's because you have it. You won't lose it. Because you have it. You know in your head that you have it.
Yeah.
You can't lose it.
No. Like I told you, when you're good, you're going to be good. But, I mean, it's going to take time to maybe dust off some things here and there.
It's practice.
But if you're good, you're good. There's really no, like, it is what it is. But shout out to Brent, bro. And, okay, so my final question is, how was Renee's verse?
Renee was good. Renee was good verse. I like his verse. And he's going to go last, so I think he's going to seal it with a fucking
Renee,
gold medal.
We're looking at you. We need you.
We know where you live.
Send the vocals in. Understanding and moving on from things that are not good for you. How do you know when something or someone's absolutely not good for you? And how do you feel the need to completely remove yourself from them or it?
Damn. That's a deep question.
So it's a 2-part, I guess. The first question would be is, when do you know something or someone is absolutely just not good for you?
I firmly believe that the world tells you. I think that the world tells you. I think there's signs that we ask for signs and we do not see them all the time. So I feel like for me, if a person's not good for me, I feel like I'll get a spidey sense. I'll call it a spidey sense. Yeah, I get a back of my head like telling me like, yo, this is. I have a bad feeling about this.
Right.
And I'll trust that gut feeling of me. And and it has worked so far. Thank you, God. It's worked so far in many good ways, but sometimes how you and I spoke about, sometimes we cannot see through the facade, and the person that may not be good for you ends up being, they say they may be good, they end up being bad for you.
Right.
So, what's the other one?
Well, the second part was you answered it basically, which was how do you know 100% to completely remove yourself from them. But you said it's your sixth sense. So
yeah, I think that would be. I mean, as far as action wise goes, I don't think I'll be able to. I don't know, because I feel like personally, I don't know. I feel like I connect with that. Let's say I connect with that person, and then I ended up, being friends, and we go out, drink or whatever. I feel like my world and myself helped me to get out of the situation, and maybe I didn't even realize that the person was not good for me, and I thought they were good for me,
right? And
they just separate themselves completely,
right? They did the hard work.
They did the hard work for me, like type of stuff. That's happened to me, but in other occasions, it has happened to me that a person is not good for me, and it's just been on my path. And one way is not to pay attention to them as much as I should.
Right.
Yeah, or think that I have.
Right. Have you ever been through something that made you hate or despise everyone and everything around you? Doesn't have to be someone, it can be a thing. Have you ever gone through something, or has anybody just made you despise them enough, or the situation made you despise it enough where everybody around you is paying for it?
I think for me, it's like frustration has made everybody paid around me, like pay for it around me. Like my frustration of
What's your biggest one?
My biggest one.
In life in general, or could have been a scenario.
Well, at this exact let's like, for example, when let's put it like this, go in, try to record, right? No, music focus. Try to record, having issues with the mic, from X and Y reasons. Sound is coming from the outside that I cannot control. Like they're cleaning, they're vacuuming, throwing away the trash,
dishwasher,
airplane passes by,
car outside.
Like I'm recording, the take is perfect. I start to get it. If I have phlegm at that exact moment, right. I'm going in. I feel like I have to take it,
which is a lot phlegm for you because your allergies.
Yes, and then it lodges on my throat, and then it changes my tone, so the take is fucked. I already went 40 takes in. My girl calls me while I'm recording.
Poor Gabby.
Yeah,
like I say, poor Gabby.
Yeah, but she calls me while I'm recording, and I'm like. Or like, because I have my phone right next to the mic, so if she calls me,
you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it.
And the computer, like, since as a MacBook is connected, to the phone. It takes you from the program away to the main screen and says, "Hey, they're calling," and it's like, fuck. So like, there's been times where.
Shout out to Gabby, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Gabby. I go in, I pick her up, and then she notices that my demeanor is like totally different because I'm just pissed. Because in my eyes, how I was telling you, like I didn't do anything. When just. The simple fact that I went and tried is enough because I needed that repetition because it's about the reps. You did that rep, then tomorrow you may be able to get it, or next week you'll get it. Maybe today was not the day. That's it. Right. And I forgot who said this, but Big Sean said this. He said that writer's block, the way that you get past writer's block is by flipping the word backwards. Block writing. So like step away from writing. He said like I've had writer's block, and the way that I fix it is just stepping away, because that means that's a sign that you need to disconnect. Like when you do too many takes, because trust me, I've done 80 takes.
100%, I believe in that, bro.
80 takes.
I believe that when you can't do something that you're good at, it's because you're burnt out.
Yeah, you're burnt out.
Literally burnt out.
You need to step out.
If you're not doing something that you naturally do, that's okay. Like I told you. It's my birthday week. I don't want to go to the gym. I'm not gonna force it because I'm not gonna be happy this week, and I'm just not gonna perform at my best because there's something else on my mind. Yeah. Now, is it an excuse? Yeah, it's an excuse, but I know I can go back and do more, this, that, and the other. But when you're good at something and you're trying your best to complete and you can't, it's because something's stopping you. Yeah. You're hindering yourself by that one thing.
You're damaging yourself. It's like the same thing when you go to the gym, and you can't go to the gym and be in the gym 7 hours in the gym because it's gonna affect your health.
Right, 100%.
There's a limit. There's a limit to everything. You can't just kill yourself and like working out and then doing. You can't do cardio all the time. Yeah, you need recovery. You need time away from the gym.
The muscles will build. As a man, obviously, we know that there's double standards in dating. But in today's society, do you believe it's hard to be a man that you're supposed to be, but with today's society ideologies in place.
Do you think that it's hard to be that it's hard to be a man with today's society?
The man, because you know there. Let me make it a little more simple. We have this stigma of where I think we still, as men, are expected to be traditional men, but at the same time, with today's society, it doesn't allow you to be a traditional man. No. But then when you try to be a traditional man, it's you're a chauvinist or you're too much. But then when you're not being the traditional man, it's you're a simp.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
You catch where I'm coming from now?
Yes, I do.
So it's like it's like where
yes, I do.
where like women want to be, they want to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
They want to work.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do everything, but they also want to be taken care of. They also want their bills paid, or they also want to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard to be, I think it's the most hardest time to be a man right now.
Yeah, you can say that, because I think that, and I've been there, and I can only say that I can believe that you've been there too.
Most men.
Majority.
Most men that are trying to be men.
You go ahead and you try to be good, right? And within your parameters of being good, right, whichever way they are,
right,
and then you get chastised because you're too good,
mm-hmm.
and then bad things happen to you because you're too good, and then you go ahead and then you become
an asshole,
and then you're good, but then you have a girl saying, "I wish you just would be like this person,"
right.
Which basically is a version of how you were before,
right?
And it's like, where are you gonna land? Because you can't just, and I think simply women just want, you have to create the drama.
I want to say something that is going to be very, very controversial, but I'm saying this with the respect of talking to my mother, which is a 53-year-old woman, 52-year-old woman,
okay.
And we talk a lot. My mom's young. I'm 37. She's 52. So I'm turning 37 Friday. I'm turning 37 today because today's the 20th. My mom said a comment that was kind of like cringy for people to hear today, but then I thought about it and I'm like, it's not cringy, it's a fact. And she was stating basically that women's rights came too fast. Remember, women weren't allowed to vote, women weren't allowed to work, women mm-hmm. weren't allowed to do nothing, and all of a sudden they got it, which was good. She says, I'm a woman, I want that to happen, it's good. But it was kind of like your parents, when your parents tell you, oh, I want to go outside now. I want to go outside now. Oh, God, no, there's a curfew. No, there's this. No, there's that. No, you got to... You know what? Go outside. Fuck it. Go.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
And you go out there...
You run.
And it's like... You didn't know that there were certain other things outside that you had to... So she says, like, women's rights just came out of nowhere. And women just went... And they forgot about the men. They forgot about the house. They forgot about the structure. They forgot about the reason. And it was just, oh, we're allowed to vote. So, or we're allowed to do this, get a job.
We're the same.
Yeah, we're the same, right. And with all due respect, as human beings, the male and the female, however you want to look at it, we all have roles and purposes. We all have, things that we should be doing and not doing. And it goes a lot for man, because men too, like, some men had a hard time coming down to understand the fact that it doesn't need to be 100-0. It needs to be 50-50. Mm-hmm. Like, the man doesn't need to go out and pay all the bills and work to his ass and elbows fall off, and the wife needs to be stuck at home with the kids. We can figure this out together in some way. Right. So she says, like, both parties went up and down or left and right super fast from each other.
Okay.
And she says we're reaching a point where we're trying to come back, and not so much the men being in charge no more and the women being dominant, but we're coming back to a point where we realize, okay, we went too far apart from each other.
We need to come back to the center.
Let's come back to the center and let's figure out whose roles, who, what's what. So shout out to my mom, and it made sense when she said it.
I feel like, well, not only that with your mom making sense, but I feel like right now, with the elevation of social media.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we talked about that. That's another hour.
That's another hour right there. But it's not much of social media, but it's the dopamine levels that you create. It's like So we went from, obviously because technology, but we went from having a standard outside in the streets to now having a standard on the phone and then the social life and the social media life. Sorry, and it's like if a person is in this category, so in the social media life, they're supposed to be in this category in life.
No, it's not.
It's not, because at the end of the day, you're a woman and you're a man.
I fight with people because people consistently telling me, and you know me personally, on this camera and off this camera, but people that don't know me, I fight with them consistently because they tell me that I put things on social media that I shouldn't. And I say, no, I put me on social media. You guys put what you want people to see on social media.
Correct.
See, you will post when you're on vacation. You will post when you got a bonus. Mm-hmm. You will post when you got a new car.
All the happy things.
But you won't post when you missed that car payment. You won't post when you woke up and you didn't feel happy and you felt like you couldn't do it. Because everybody wakes up one morning out the year and says, fuck life.
It's impossible.
You don't post when your kid failed. Mm-hmm. You'll post your kids straight A's, but you won't post your kids failing grade. And I'm a firm believer. And I've told people that partially know me, but don't know me well, don't fucking follow me. Because I'm real. I will post the day I'm happy, and I will post the day I'm sad. And I will tell you why I'm sad. Right. I will tell you, if Matic stole this from my house, I will go on the internet and say, I loved Matic so much, but I told him don't touch this shit, and he took it in his pocket. And I'm not outing him. I'm not trying to shame him. It hurt me because I'm a passionate person. I'm a very passionate person. So it's like that social media shit's like so many people are posting so much fake shit, and we've gotten to a point where when you post something real, it's disgusted. It's like, don't do that. But when you post something fake, it's no,
all happy.
No, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, but I think this the switch up of like, because when social media came into the picture, it was a thing of you can showcase what life is.
Correct.
And life is not just the
peaches and cream.
The shiny, the fucking cream of the world is not it. Like, it's not all the happy moments that you got. It's also the sad moments that you got. The days that you don't feel like doing shit.
Stress.
All the stress that you go through. Everything. And then once you go and you post that, it's like, oh, why you posted that? Oh, why you put this? A lot of people don't care.
It shows me that they're fake. Because if I post something that's real and that's bothering me that knowing Matic personally, who I am, I feel like you won't tell me take that down. I feel like you'd be like, yo, what's good?
You good? Yeah.
Let's talk. What do you need? Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Somebody's going to tell you to take it down. It's like, why? Is it bothering you that life sucks in real life?
It shouldn't bother you because at the end of the day, that's your life. And if you don't like it, then don't follow.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's
like,
it.
I'll post my life. I'll post whatever I want. You shouldn't be told it's like, if you.
I think people are scared of real, bro. I think people are just scared of reality, bro.
Yeah, I think so. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we're what's that called? The humanize.
Yeah, we dehumanize. Yeah,
at all.
Definitely,
at all times.
Definitely. Because look, the sponsors, the models, the cars, all these things are what's the paid ads on social media. So it's
a business. Nobody's
paying you to be negative on the internet unless it's like fuck shit. But like nobody's paying you to say I want you to be extra sad today and then no.
They're paying you to be.
Yeah, they're paying you to go drink this Coke in front of this Ferrari, or go. Hey, I'm gonna give you $300. Go on this vacation, but I want you to just post everything.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, man, that's something that with me when I see those things, it's like the fakeness just comes out. Right there in your
It shows you. It shows you. And I think social media was once a tool to give you insight on everybody else's life and culture to help us grow. But just like everything else, with every great thing comes a negative behind it. But if we all just like I said, if we were all as real as we are in real life on the internet, I think a lot of us will be. I mean, how many artists do you think don't connect with each other just because they're intimidated because they believe that guy drives a Ferrari, so I'm not gonna write him because he ain't gonna talk to me. When in the reality, that guy don't even own that fucking Ferrari. Oh. He took a picture in the Ferrari, fucking
at his mom's house.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's deterring you from connecting from other people, and it just separates you by class, and distance, right? It's crazy. It's just crazy. That's why I like being this open, passionate, shout out motherfucker, because when people meet me in real life, they're like, oh shit, you really are who you are. You really are who you are.
You're transparent within you, but also in social media or any other place, it's still you. It's you. Bro,
and shout out to Jay. I've always told Jay, mind you, I do a job where I have to maintain professionalism in business, but the realest people are who they are everywhere they go. Mm-hmm. Like me and you could be hanging out, and I could be this person who I am today, and you could come to my job and be like, damn, Willie's the same person. He don't curse as much and he ain't drinking like that.
Yeah, but he's still the same.
But he's the same motherfucker. But you meet some other people and you be like, bro, like, how many artists do you meet that you're like, you're not a killer. You're not a killer.
Yeah, but it has happened to me with people that I've met in my life, which I can believe that other people that have met me throughout my life, now seeing me doing this and being consistently with the music, they can obviously have that impression of like, I didn't know you were doing this. Oh, that's probably fake. He just picked that up right now and he's doing it. And it's like, no, man, this has been a part of me. It's just we weren't that close, and we weren't that level for me to share it at you, for me to let you know that I've been doing this already for almost more than 12 years
with passion.
It's always been there. But I've seen people that also, and because that's called judging, and we all do that.
Right.
But with me, I've seen people do switch up in the blink of an eye, and then do things that I know and change not only where they were going,
follow the algorithms.
Yeah, and people that are trying to persona completely from night and day, bro. And I've seen that, and it's like, man, I love you.
It's sickening,
but fuck,
it's sickening. It's sickening, bro. I call it like we're on the Matrix level of humans. I'm like, you guys are just like trying to follow algorithms at this point. Like, you're not even like, it's following algorithms on the internet, but when you're in the street and you're trying to like socially algorithmize, I don't even know if that's a word.
Right.
But it's like when you're openly just showing, I'm this here, that, man.
Yeah, no.
I guess that's my old mentality too. I'm 37, bro. Because you're younger than me. You know people. How old are you again? Sorry.
26.
26. So you're 11 years younger than me. I'm sure you see a lot of, because you're advanced for your age. You're mature for your age. But I'm sure you see people your age sometimes. You're like,
yeah. Trust me. I've seen them all day, every day, bro. All day, bro. It's like, it's horrible and it's bad because like I was talking with Lucho the other day. I was like, man, I'm comparing I feel like I'm comparing myself, and also with Jay. Shout out to Jay again. I'm comparing myself too much with people that I see and shit. And he's like, man, the moment you start comparing, this is the moment that you start creating for somebody else. Yes. And it's the moment that you lose yourself.
Facts. Shout out to Lucho for sure.
And if you're not creating from a place of uniqueness, which is you, and you're doing it because you legitimately think that is good, then if you're not creating from that point, then that's the moment that you need to shut off the fucking doors in the studio.
That's it.
And that's it. Leave it.
That's why I said, I guess the most important factor to anything and everything that you do is you do it with dignity, respect, and pride.
Yeah.
Respect being number one. Because, like I said, I'm an outlandish, crazy motherfucker, and I can get crazy as well, but I've always have the respect of the other person in my heart. Like, anytime I talk to somebody, I know my limits. I know what I can do, but I always keep your respect on, like, the top tier of anything. I have anxiety when I'm interviewing somebody to never want to disrespect somebody. Yeah. Like, I have real life anxiety of it. Like how you go in the studio, you hear a gasp or a breath, and it's like, no, I don't want to record anymore. I literally look at people when I speak to them, and Jay and other people have told me, like, yo, you look at people in their eyes when you speak to them. I said, no, because I'm looking at their genuine expression, because I never want to disrespect somebody, because that's not my purpose. My purpose is the opposite, to overly respect you and give you like the genuineness of you speaking to a real person, because you don't get to cross paths with real people. No, it's rare. It's rare. It's rare. And these days. Is a woman cheating equal to a man cheating, or when a man cheats, is it worse and is it expected?
I'm gonna go backwards.
Okay.
I don't think it's expected
From men.
from men.
Okay.
I don't think it's expected. Now, I think from a certain perspective, it depends.
Okay.
Because there's two types of cheating in my head that I can think. There's the physical cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the emotional cheating.
That's a new term for young people, emotional cheating. I thought cheating was cheating in general.
I think that, no, the reason why I'm saying cheating is cheating in general.
Right.
That you can't get it.
Right.
But I think that the reason why I'm saying that is because, let's say you meet up a girl and you met her up, you did your business with her, and that's it.
Physically.
To me, that's physical.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Now, the emotional one will be like you have this girl and you basically created a whole expression within her, and what I mean by expression is like you create this persona that you're expressing yourself with and you're giving out your emotions with,
right,
to them as is, and like you're basically, they're your therapist and they become your partner, the person that you vest all your emotions into.
But this is still not sexual or nothing like that. This is just strictly
and then there may be, let's call it like kissing or hanging out or whatever. Let's say it like that. But is that physical cheating? That's not physical cheating, right? That's what I mean by that. That's emotional cheating. And for me, the emotionality for it, which is mostly happening with a woman, right? It's worse than what happens with the men with the physical one, because we lust a lot.
You dig deep on this one. So a man physically cheating, in your opinion, is not as bad as any person emotionally cheating, because when you emotionally cheat, it's more on a personal and intimate level.
I feel like that, and I've told that many times to people, because let's say me, I go and I pour my heart out to a girl, and let's say we get emotional, and then whatever, and something happens, and then physicality gets it.
Right.
That's already a...
You're double fucked.
You're
double fucked.
But if I went ahead and I expressed myself to an emotions to a good friend of mine, which is a girl or whatever, there shouldn't be any issues. But then if it crosses the path of the friendship, of having a communicative conversation and me expressing my emotions and whatever.
So what would be crossing the path besides talking about anything sexual? Would it be your girl, not your wife, or your girl not knowing that you're speaking to this person?
I think so. Okay. I think so. Going from
would that be the first level?
I think that would be the first level, and then the second level will be you're hiding it, and also it turns into some interaction that turns into a little bit of kissing, and you start going out, like, hey, let's hang out tomorrow. Right. You start kind of like blending them into your life.
We got FaceTime now too. Remember, and pictures
you can do that.
And things.
You can do that. Exactly. That's what I mean by that. Because if you're at that level and if you're doing those things, then you're creating a whole relationship on the side of your relationship. But then if you went ahead and you just did your business with them, because as a man, we lust. You went ahead and you did that, then it means that.
Is it equivalent for women to lust the same way a man lusts, and would it be the same, or?
I think women lust. I think so. I think women are. I'm not saying that women.
Here's my analogy. I will cut you. I was watching this thing on YouTube, and the guy says, "You see this cup right here? Look at this cup, right now. And it's okay, because listen to my shit all the time. You see this cup? Touch the cup. Grab the cup. No homo. I can grab the cup, right?
Right.
So two men just grab this cup, right? I'm take this cup and I could go and wash this cup in the sink, and it's gonna be clean. You can grab that cup again and it's brand new, right? But if I do this right now and I put my hand in this cup, drink out of that cup. No way.
No.
No matter.
Why? Because
I can't. So they said once multiple hands are in the cup, nobody wants to drink that water.
Oh.
Nobody wants to drink the liquid. You can clean the cup, but that liquid is gonna stay there. The liquid's always gonna be dirty. The inside of that cup is always gonna be dirty with that liquid, unless you change the liquid, which the change liquid is not going nowhere. So the insides will never be clean. The cup could be clean. You can go put it in 100 other people could touch that cup.
Damn.
It's deep, that one.
Yeah, I've never thought about
That's why they say, like, in analogy, the inside of the cup is a woman's vagina. the cup is the man's penis. That's why they say a man can go out and cheat, but a woman can't.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's going back to where we stated in the beginning, where there is double standards, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think then for example,
I'm gonna drink out of this cup too. Let you know,
that's your cup. That's your cup. There's only one hand in the
cup.
That's your cup.
I ain't drinking out of it.
Not putting my hand in that cup.
We got our own cups.
I'm not drinking from it. I think, regarding to the topic that you talked about earlier, I think that women really ask for equality, but then when we come to these certain topics, you don't want equality.
You can't handle equality. I don't think you don't want it. You can't handle.
Yeah, you can't handle equality.
You can't handle it.
And then when it comes to this, I feel like there is a double standard, because if me, for example, and I've expressed this to my therapist a lot as a man, and I've talked to multiple Gabriel people,
yeah,
men,
friends,
that we all struggle with lust. We all do struggle with lust. It's something that exists. It's something fucking normal.
It's how you engage to your
and it's something that you have to learn how to, just how you learn how to manage and control your emotions. It's also something that you need to learn how to control and learn how to dive. And until you don't, then you won't be whole. And then
Correct.
Your whole life you can go through it, but at least if you're trying, you're trying. If you were to go ahead and dive into that, you know that you did wrong, and you recognize that you did wrong, because you know that that's not right. At some point, you know that that's not right.
So I guess when my next question would be, because you defined it as emotional and physical. Physical, you have a shorter term to be able to back out from the scenario, but then you have a longer term to feel like shit. So on the emotional standpoint, you kind of like, I guess I can see where you're saying it's a little bit worse, because you're dragging this emotionally, like you're talking to this person every day. So is it, I can see why you're saying it's worse, because you're saying, well, I'm talking to another person and I'm emotionally giving them, and I'm every day doing this. I still haven't even slept with them, and I'm pouring out my heart with them.
Exactly.
I'm talking day by day with them, and it takes more to be emotional than it does physical.
Yeah, I feel like once you open those doors, like once you open the head, like your brain towards somebody else, and then you express yourself emotionally, I feel like you're already making that connection with that person that you swore. Well, not you swore, but that you said that you will only do with this person that you.
And I think mature people would appreciate it and understand it more, because a person that's mature will understand that sex is lesser than
the emotionality,
emotional connection. Correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think
a mature person.
I mean, yeah,
if you're ignorant, I mean, you wouldn't never know.
At a certain point, I learned how to differentiate both. I think I was like 22 or 23 that I learned that
you're a mature motherfucker, bro.
That I don't think. I mean, yeah, but because, and I think like. I guess it came from being dehumanized from those things, because I think like sex is overrated to a certain extent, but it's also underrated to a certain extent.
Overrated, underrated, baby.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all watch the segment.
Yeah, literally. But I think the reason why it is overrated is because
you get it anywhere.
You get it anywhere, and then you went and get it, and then you can literally come out. And
that emotional shit you can't get everywhere.
That emotional is like,
you gotta work for
connection.
That.
Yeah, it's like
you gotta work for that.
I can go ahead and meet somebody, and what happens if I meet that person and for some reason I feel like, hey man, I tell you, Willie, bro, I met this girl yesterday in the gas station, and
emotional shit can make you throw a 30-year marriage out the window versus a physical shit.
Yeah, physical you can go ahead and say,
right, yeah,
all right, bye, we'll see tomorrow.
But emotional, it can take you 2 weeks in emotion. That whole 30-year relationship go out the window, because that emotional shit, you just feel like I connected.
And you start thinking about it, and you're like, damn, I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted.
And women are emotional creatures.
Yeah.
Deep. Last one before we get to your next song. Is it harder to lose someone because they're gone, or is it harder to lose someone because you have to let them go? Gone meaning dead or not on this.
I got you. I think hard to let someone go because they're gone.
It's harder to let somebody go because they're gone.
Yeah, I don't think that you have to forget about your. I think that a person.
Because I feel like you don't have a choice to forget about somebody, although you will never forget about them when they die, because you're never going to forget them. But when you have to let somebody go, you're forcing yourself to delete them
mentally. Yeah, I think. Well, then I'll say the second one. Mentally, I don't think that Cancerbero said this, which is a Venezuelan rapper. Rest in peace. He said, "I'm translating right now. Sorry,
Google Translate.
Google Translate is loading at the moment. The person that dies doesn't die. The person that dies is the one that you forget. So I think that translated the best. I'm fucking it up completely.
It don't matter, bro. I'll be creating the best questions with you on my show and then translating them to everywhere else.
But I think that's like their memories. The memories of a person, the memories can just be held forever. And I think, like, you know, when you have dreams, because I don't know if this ever happened to you, but you may have not seen somebody for like a bunch of years or time or whatever. You may just have a dream.
I've never lost somebody close to me that died.
Oh, really?
37 years old. I've never lost. The closest person I've ever lost to me that has died has been the lady that trained me in my job.
Oh, wow.
That's it. Like, I've never lost my grandmother that died, but I wasn't close with her. Rest in peace to my mom's mother. But I've never lost somebody close.
That's close.
Yeah. I haven't. 37 years, bro. My great grandmother's still alive, 97.
Yeah, damn. Well, I have my great grandmother. She was 95, 94, 95.
My great grandmother's still alive, 97.
I feel like, well, with me, memories do fade. I can tell you.
Think so?
I can tell you that.
Even with the people you love?
Even with the people that you love, I feel like.
So you think if your mom or your sister would pass, memories would fade?
Memories fade, but they're always there. And I think I heard the guy from Spider-Man, the second Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. He said that when you cry and you miss somebody means it's literally the emotion is not sadness, but it's the reason that you're crying is because it's an expression of the love that you have for that person, and it's reminding you that's still there within. Which I think it was beautiful saying those things. Because I think if a person passes away, and I just had a picture right now today of one of my best friends that he passed away a few years ago.
The cancer, the one that had cancer, yeah.
I saw a picture of him, and I think I don't remember. I think we were graduating from we were going into high school, and then we were just graduating. They did like a party, and I think I took a picture. I fucking forgot. He was dancing, so I saw him. I was like, man, look at this guy. How little he was. So that made me reminisce, and took me a second to like, wow. Obviously, yeah. I went about my business, but I think that there's obviously, thank God for the phones sometimes, for phones and memories and pictures.
Yes.
Because I think that's an important thing about taking pictures. You know, you take pictures, you can go back to them. But in the head, sometimes memories fade. But when those moments come in, I think they're precious, and it kind of like reshapes the fateness of what happened. You know, you forgot about, let's say, like your cat passed away. I don't know. I don't want to say any family members.
No, fuck that
guy. But your cat passes away, and then you kind of forget about your cat, and then you remember you see something scratched up from a cat, and you're like, damn, I used to remember when my cat used to do that, and you kind of like formulate that memory, and then, boom, it comes, and it creates, and
emotional.
Now you see it in your head. You're like, damn, I remember my cat, how he was, man, and I remember this shit. So I think that's what, personally, that's what happened to me when my grandfather from my mom's side. His name was Caesar also.
So your mom's dad?
Yeah, my mom's dad. That I didn't remember him as much because obviously it's been so many years. He died when I was like, I don't know, like 9.
Right.
But then I forget about his face. I forget about his voice. I forget about stuff. But then I see something, or like he always used to give me these caramels, coffee tasted.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
You good?
That coffee, it's like, I don't know if you've seen the brand, it's like gold and black.
I know what you're talking about. He
always used to give me that shit, and I can swear
you eat it today and still remember.
I eat it, I can close my eyes and I can picture myself in his house.
That's crazy.
I can picture everything, but that's what I'm saying, like the moments that you build, the memories are still in here.
Right.
And it's like the moment something connects, you're taking back to that exact moment.
going back to why emotional is so important versus physical.
That's what I'm saying. The emotionality of it, you can be taken back. You can remember the time that you talked to this person and you told them, or they cried, you made them cry, and all those things. It's like you can't take that away. That's more important than lust. That's more important than sex. More important than anything. The physical is like the physical. You're here today. You gone tomorrow.
Your dad could buy you sneakers every year, but if your dad took you and taught you how to play baseball, that's gonna be this. Yeah, it's different. It's different, and that's it. So I don't talk to my dad. My dad's dad was really never around. Imagine, I'm the third William Fernandez. My dad is junior. My grandfather's the first, and my son's the fourth.
Damn.
And I don't talk to none of the two on top of me. So I always consider me being the first and my son being junior. And then my mom's mom, she lived in New York. She just died like 3 years ago. But I wasn't really close to her. And then my dad's mom, which is the one I always post that I took her to milk, but that's my grandmother. She's still alive, and her mother's still alive, which is 97. So I'm blessed to have, and my mom's young. My mom's 52. Okay. So I'm still in a part where people are young and still around. They're around. You know, my aunt, my dad's sister. She's like my second mom, I would call her, and she's in her 50, 54, 55. So. You know, my stepdad is 50, 54, 55. So, I mean, everybody's, fairly young. My friends, I had people that I know that died from high school, but I wasn't close to them. Yeah, but I knew them. Right. But my close friends that are still alive today, and they're doing great. They're all this. So, I haven't experienced a close death to me yet. And I used to be scared of that because I'm like, bro, you're not going to be able to know how to handle that when it happens. But now I feel like I'm at a... And I don't want to take nothing from nobody and say that when it happens, I'm going to be better than anybody else because nobody can't handle death. No. But I think that I've seen so much around me that it happened to that I'm prepared for. And I'm prepared to... I mean, I sometimes think as crazy as it may sound, and I don't wish it on myself, but I'm like, what if I'm the first person that I know that... Out of everybody, I'm the closest because I've had friends where that they've never have lost anybody too. But I mean, death is part of life. As scary as it may sound, it's super scary. But we live to die. There's just one thing in life that no matter what is gonna happen.
It's for certain.
It's for certain.
Anything in life except death.
You can't get that shit back. And I just try to implement that on my kids. Like my daughter has this big anxiety of every year I get older, she almost gets into tears. She's like, Daddy, you're getting older. I'm like, baby, we all gonna get older. We're all gonna. That happens. Don't stress that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, it is what it is, bro. I just think that it's harder to lose somebody that you don't have to forget versus somebody you do have to forget. Meaning, when somebody dies, you don't have to forget them. They're always gonna be in your brain. Right. But when you cut somebody in your life, you're forcing yourself to forget them.
Yeah, that's the hardest. I think that. Yeah, you're right. That's the hardest because I feel like if you love somebody and they pass,
because they give you a reason not to love them, but you have so many memories. Like my grandfather recently, which is not, I would say my step grandfather. My sister posted it, so I want to speak with it. I want to speak on it with very low tolerant, very respectful. But my grandmother and my step-grandfather were together for 40 plus years. And just recently my sister had came out and said that he was molesting her for a very young age. And I had to move my grandmother out of that house. And it caused a rift to our whole family. So anything that man has done good has to be forced to be deleted from my brain. Right. Anything good from, not that he did much for me, and now that I'm seeing what wasn't done right, but the moments that I'm not gonna lie, I learned how to shave from him, I learned how to drive from him. That's the person that taught me how to drive a car. That all has to go out the window, and it's forcefully something that sucks, but it's needed, and you deserve to be deleted and burned and whatever the case may be. But at the same time, it's hard. To delete somebody from your brain that you thought
still around.
All right.
That is definitely. I've never, thank God, I I don't think I've had that in my head. Thank God that I've been blessed not to have that. But I think
maybe exes.
Yeah.
I mean, you love them enough to where it hurts you, so you love them, but it didn't hurt you that bad.
Well, no, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, it has. I have one specifically that it did hurt me because I was told that I wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? So that already like kind of like left the seed in there. Not that I wanted to go back to, but it's like being told that you're not good enough. It's like now I have to force myself to forget about that person that I didn't want to forget. You know what I mean? To a certain extent that I created that connection, not to want to forget, and now I have to forget them because they're telling me that they're going to forget about me. Correct. Does that make sense?
No, 100%.
Like that is something that does stay. It's I guess it's a double-edged sword because you have to delete it, but because you are thinking about it,
it's there. It's not gonna
there.
go nowhere.
Yeah,
it'll always be there. No
matter what. No matter what. Like years have been like, well, me personally, years have passed by. I still have it in my head.
It pops up here and there.
Pops up, yeah, for exactly. Sure. But obviously, 3 years you learn how to contain it, how to control it better. But it's always there. You know, your memory, like, well, I guess memory fucks with you. You can't say like, well, you're gonna remember, but you don't remember. But.
Right, and that's why it's important to close out with this because we can be on this forever. To close out with this, I also want to say, you know, shout out to my sister. I'm proud of you for going to therapy and going through what you've gone through with therapy in order to, because only you can know how long it took you for you to beat this. But with that, it's also important to focus on better memories and better tomorrows because I think that bad times will be there forever. Yeah. But greater memories will help you beat everything. Yeah. Because the more great memories you build, the more less that's backwards. But the less bad times will exist.
Yeah, they outshine them.
They outshine them all the way. You create positive vibes. You create positive energy. You will outshine anything negative that you go through. But if you stick with negativity, you're consistently always finding something negative in your life. Yeah. So continue on doing great, and I don't know, Matic's music next.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was beautiful. I liked it.
Appreciate it. Let's get into our next track.
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _ Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibe, man.
So we're next into Matic's music. What's the next track that we got? What we playing right now? Oh, we gotta put this on.
Oh yeah. This one's called Ready Set Go. That I think I already sent it to you. This is me. This is mixed.
Was this one of those like 12 tracks you sent me straight one day?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you be sorry, bullshit. I like that kind of shit.
I got 79 so far.
79, god
so
damn.
I'd rather be 80.
We're in the 9th month of the year. 79, bro. Be fucking
80,
proud,
so
bro.
I'm behind by 1 month.
It's okay.
So
because you go into over mode sometimes. So I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
sometimes you just disappear.
Yeah,
Sorry, I ain't stressing that. I know you already.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
Rain or shine, still gotta show up to the studio, drop some bombs. You already know whenever we go as a rap, ain't no need of any purple haze. Touch the sky, me and you are not the same. This is bigger than just bills and fame, I don't got to explain it. Hear it in my voice, I am ready for the taking. Look inside these eyes, watch the pain, feel the greatness. Write it with a purpose like Nas, this be the message. Getting deeper than Mob Deep, I bring the havoc. True story, we're not talking movie scenes, but if we did, it'll be epic like it was made by Spike Lee. Music chose me, so I cannot turn my back. funny when they talk bars, what I write is Alcatraz. They call themselves artists, but ain't no way they can last. If you do it cause you love it, then do me a favor, go back and write some meaningful shit. I'll see you later, cause consistency's the key. I'm opening the locks. Discipline is the fuel in my tank is full of gas. Loudest in the room, usually the one that never rules. I stay quiet, watching and waiting for me to make a move. It's not checkers, it's all about understanding chess. Make sure to look at the board and strategize yourself. Master in the making, God picked me to kill Satan. Mentally meditated with monks inside the Himalayas. Living in Miami, best kept secret, I'm leaking it. Born inside Venezuela, hungry and ready to kill the shit. I keep it going, instruments and melodies get happy when I be flowing. And who's my competition when I'm chasing greatness? If you wanna make a run forward, then take your laces. But everyone forget this is a marathon, we never racing. Working like I got a gun to my face. And if I think about it twice, a bullet may go through my head. I don't take it lightly, cause this is life or death. It's life or death. I don't take it lightly cause it's life or death. And I've been on a roll, I've been on a roll going. I've been on a roll, ain't no way I can't be falling. I've been on the go, so I gotta let them know who is me, who this be. Cause everywhere that I show, they look the same, what's wrong? Gotta go teach them some. So it's ready, set, go. So it's ready, set. I've been on a roll, I've been on a roll going. I've been on a roll, ain't no way I can't be falling. I've been on the go, so I gotta let them know who is me, who this be. Cause I wasn't born to be average, you better check the name. Matic ain't Illuminati, but I'm real like pyramids. Lately I've been really concentrated, staying ready, sounding out a different frequency. They gotta love me, baby. Viewing people around me have a moment of fame. I sit back, I'm the watcher, like I am Drake. Trailing right behind, even though I'm not looking forward. All I want is to make music, forever, always. I combine tears, pain, blood, sweat, and mix it with passion and discipline. That'll be my birthday shake. I don't talk about my problems, I just go and fix them. Music bringing me clarity like the word of Jesus. Therapeutical moments, they might be my physician. It ain't record a lot, you let the sound lift my spirit. Every song is a chord, every beat is a string. Tuning it with my soul when the record goes and spins. Tuning in with my soul when the record goes and spins. Tuning in with my soul when the record goes and spins. I've been on a roll, I've been on a roll going. I've been on a roll, ain't no way I can't be falling. I've been on the go, so I gotta let them know who is me, who this be. Cause everywhere that I shall go, they look the same, what's wrong? Gotta go teach them some. So it's ready, set, go. So it's ready, set. I've been on a roll, I've been on a roll going. I've been on a roll, ain't no way I can't be falling. I've been on the go, so I gotta let them know who is me, who this be. Cause
I feel like this has to be a number 2 of anything.
Oh, what?
Like when you drop an album or mixtape, this has to be number 2. Yeah.
I think so. I made the beat. Funny enough, I sent it to my therapist because I had a conversation with my therapist, which I'm not gonna disclose the name because he doesn't disclose mine either.
All right,
so
okay.
Safe
enough.
Yeah.
Respect.
He told me, man, because I was telling him, I was like, man, I felt conflicted a little bit with making the songs. You kind of feel like some insecurities coming in and whatever. And he's like, man, I'm telling you, if you were making, he told me this. He's like, I've have multiple patients send me stuff. Now they made music, and the answer that I give him is like, I am glad that you found a way to express your emotions.
That's a nice way to say you suck.
It's like I don't tell them, but I am telling you, man.
You have something.
Yeah. Send me. He always says like, man, send me some music.
Does he watch your podcast?
He has watched. He has watched, and he also watched the performance too. So shout out to him.
What does he say about that though?
He liked it. He liked it, man. He likes the fact that I'm consistent. He likes the fact that
expressing
I'm doing
yourself, because the podcast is important. I think with your whole growth, because
because not only it helps me be more relaxed in I guess in this environment per se, but also be more of a, what's that called, of the performance of it. If I was to get on a stage now, I can just get on stage with you and just have a conversation, because it's like how we're doing it here.
Right, correct.
You know? So it creates that comfort of just being myself.
So he is saying it's helping, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That. But because I remember I was just about to get my prescription for these, and then I was telling him, man, I gotta go, and he was telling me like, man, I'm telling you, like, he was the one that told me, like, I feel like you have something, but it'll be better if you go ahead and kind of like try to connect more words together. He told me like when you started here, you finish here. I feel like these two didn't connect, but then you connected here. So try to connect this, and this,
everything
and this.
together.
Connect everything together. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Because I'm a person that, like I always tell Jay, I always tell my friends, I listen. I listen.
100%.
I'm like, all right. So I sent the project to Jay recently. He's like, I feel like they need to be more cohesive. And I'm like, I'm listening to no, and I'm writing. All right, he's saying this, he's saying that. Okay, cool. All right, don't worry about it. I'll get it done. You know, so I kind of like retrack my steps. I don't mind. I could create an album, and if you tell me, hey, I kind of like it, I'll be like, all right, I'll scrap it. Obviously, yeah, I get the final say, but
you're open to constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'm open all the time because criticism is one of the requirements for any type of success. You have to be open for it. I believe that. I believe that. So I sent him this, and he's like, man, this is straight fire.
No, I told you that I've never like put many of your tracks into a structure. Like we've listened to multiple tracks from you, but I can tell you like I said, this one's a number 2. However, this has to be. This is a number 2.
He was telling me that he was playing this to his girl, and then his girl's like, I guess they were working out. He's like, oh, yo, who is that? It's like, this is fucking fire. It's like, no, I can't tell you, man. This is some underground shit.
I would have said just like, yo, this you guys sent to Jeff Jam. I can't tell about it much.
You know, it's classified. He also told me that there was another guy, another person that he knows in the field, and that he sent them a couple of my songs, and then he's like, yo, who is that, man? He's like, man, I can't tell you. This is confidential. I can't. And then he's like, oh, I understand that because he's also in the medical field, so client privilege. He's like,
but okay? So my question: would you be able to tell him? Yeah.
No, of course, but I don't think he can though, because even though if I give him that, he still can't by law, just in case. It's just I think that's classified still, even if I give him that.
So permission. Me and you go hang out and drink a beer, and you're a therapist, and I'm just a regular guy that works for Def Jam. And you're a therapist, and I'll be like, yo, Matic, let's go have a beer, and I take you out, and the guy
that'll be up to him. That'll be up to him. This
I'm just giving y'all legal loopholes,
just like how he told me.
Just giving y'all legal loopholes.
He told me, like, if we see each other on the Walmart, for example, I'll see you, you'll see me. If you approach me, I'll approach you. But if you don't approach me, I won't approach you. That's literally how
Hey, my name is Matic. I'm giving out these sweaters with this barcode right here. We just scan this right here, and you listen to my music. Just saying. How's the podcast going so far? Talk to me about you and Brent's podcast. I want to hear about it.
We gotta actually record it and drop it. We're planning next week. We'll film it and then drop it by the end of the month. This month.
Another episode? Because you guys got
episode. We just dropped one, yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to see either have people over already, like artists.
Mm-hmm.
Either by the next episode, which it will be November, or even by the next year type of stuff, having out artists, because we're trying to see if we build up a little bit more momentum. I didn't want to drop as many as of ours, because just kind of like keeping it, start small, blending it in. Right. And as soon as we gain more followers and we gain more stamina and momentum, like I said, I'll create. Well, Brent and I will make our own page separate for just those posts, and also a YouTube page. And I'm also trying to see how to get not only ours, but us and ours, and Brent and I get our sound onto Spotify.
Yeah, that could be done. That's easy. Yeah, we can convert it to MP3 and use it. But
exactly.
How's the feedback been so far? Everything
good. A lot of people, a lot of artists. Yeah, have said to me and to Brad, like, like they're glad that we're doing it. I don't think it's something that's been done. I don't see many people podcasting asking about those things. I think maybe right now, I think I could say like the Big Sean conversations, but I don't see a lot of artists like talking about things that they go through, their processes, emotionality, memories, how we build up, how the thing became. Yeah, exactly. Like everything from the background.
What do you think takes more time production wise, podcasting or recording music?
Recording music.
Recording music.
Yeah.
What has been some of the best topics you guys had so far?
Well, the best topic I believe we had is damn, I just thought about one.
It's not as crazy as me like ass eating, but
yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, you were there, but you came in late. I gotta
as soon as I came
I'm gonna send you the link.
As soon as I came in,
it was hilarious,
like,
bro.
I was like, yo, what the fuck did I just walk myself into? It's 10 o'clock. What?
It was fun.
It was, yeah, man.
It was
I was
fun.
like, I don't know what
it was genuine. I can say
it was
that.
genuine, yeah. You guys were having fun.
Genuine.
I think the topic, the best one that we talked about was our first.
Shout out to Grumpy OG. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. Did they do, well, by the way, because they brought the pizza.
Yeah, so Heckler,
they have a business?
Yeah, Heck owns a pizza shop, yeah, and they own business together. I got to get the pizza name. I always forget it. Shout out to
That was awesome.
DM, yeah, DM them, but shout out to Grumpy OG. Sorry to cut you. Sorry.
No, you're good. Because I was just asking because Paul told me like, oh, like you ever had Sicilian pizza? I'm like, well, my last name is Italian, and I've been around many Italians, and I love doing cooking and pizza. I love doing pizza. He's like, man, you never had this one, and man, that pizza was amazing.
Fire. No, they make everything good.
But I think the best question that I had was specifically asking about what was the first time you recorded, or your first time that you performed, or like what do you think that the first time that you connected with music. Personally, I think that was the best question because it kind of reaches back and touches to the first moments that we don't think that those moments came in from, like. What was the first time that you got infatuated about journalism? What was the first time that you got infatuated about podcasting? You know what I mean? Like all those things is like, where did that come
Makes
from?
You go back.
Makes you go back.
It
Yeah.
sparks like an interest. What some of the things that you guys like been working behind closed doors to make like the podcast better or anything like that that you could talk about?
Well, one thing that we talked about was hopefully. You know, like I said, not only filming, at Brent's house, because that's where we do it, just the couch. Maybe going outside, filming in the park, you know, maybe get some interactions with people walking by.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just normal human conversations. Another thing that we were talking about was just having more cameras in the takes, because I got that from Robbie, how I was seeing that he was moving the cameras and just having a specific shot for the person they're talking. Yeah. I learned that night. Even though I didn't do much, but I learned that night.
Shout out Robbie Joe.
I was just checking out how he was doing everything I was taking in. Like, you know, I told him, man, he had this and this and this. Maybe we should do this. He's like, all right, let's see how we're gonna do this.
You know, he's been looking for a protege or second hand of him forever, and I think Brent will, like, since he loves camera work.
I'm gonna tell
him. You gotta commit. Robbie's the type, like with you in music is what Robbie is with. So Robbie says we're doing this, we're doing that. You need to go and pay attention, and you need to show up.
Damn. Okay.
But Robbie, listen.
I think Brent will do. Because Brent is very infatuated. Like, Brent is about learning. Brent likes learning everything to the T.
I know he likes video and photography.
Yeah, man. He's down.
Shout out to Robbie Joe. Robbie Joe is like, it's my brother right there. Like, yeah.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
You seen the work. You seen the work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crazy. I don't know if fucking pulled all that shit, bro.
Besides the music, besides the podcasting, and I want to even take away the gym. I want to take away Gabby, your wife, therapy, journalism, or writing in your journal, noting, whatever you call it. What does Matic do just when you're not just attempting to do something? What do you just do? Like, what do you do? Do you ever just do without having to...
Just do?
Yeah. Not even work, because work is still something that, you know...
that you're doing.
What do you do? Like, are you watching TV, or are you just like, are you doing something? What do you do? Because see, a lot. I feel like you do too much that requires for you to have a reason. Like, you're trying to write it in the journal because you feel this way. You're making music because you have that purpose. You start the podcast because you want to do this. You go to the gym because you want to be. What do you just do? With just unapologetically do, like. And correct me if I'm wrong. My only opinion was hanging out with your sister and family. But what do you do?
I think what I do is either play video games.
Okay.
That's something that I can do.
What game? Where? PC, Xbox, PlayStation?
PS5.
PS5. What game?
Lately, Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about it.
No, but my son probably does.
Yeah.
Because he's anime as fuck.
Yeah.
That sounds anime as fuck.
Ghost of Tsushima is, to put it in a nutshell, is samurais back in God knows whatever time they get invaded by the Mongols, So you're in that story. It's basically a game that was made to pay homage to the samurais.
Okay.
Very detailed oriented. Like you can see, like for example, if you get into a fight, swords or whatever, you cut your opponent, the blood stays on the blade.
Yeah.
You can wipe it off, and you can see the blood lay on the ground, and you can see it shining.
I can't see you doing something like this. Where do you find the time to do this?
No, I know.
I want to see, like, I'm interested to see when the fuck do you find time to do this?
No, but it's been like, well, to be fair, I haven't played in a minute. But
what's a minute for you? I'm listening. I'm interested to hear Matic. Okay, Matt, a month.
But I do take some time, like at least an hour. Like for example, right now, if I do go, I may be able to play.
Go home and play.
Okay. And I think that gives me some peace, because even my therapist told me, like, you know, because I got into a point where I felt that I didn't, or I shouldn't be playing because that's a waste of time. And to a certain extent, you may call it a waste of time, but to a certain extent, you cannot, because you were warning yourself from all the work that you've done. He's like, man, you just got out of work, you did this and this and this. Why can't you just play for a couple seconds and be, you know, just be, you know?
That's what I said. What do you do?
Yeah, exactly. Just do.
What do you do? Like, you're not even thinking about it. I'm gonna just do.
Exactly. That, just sit on the couch and watch a series. That just do. Sometimes I forget, but sometimes I do click into gears of like, damn, I need to do something. And then I start getting pick up my computer slowly, and then just do something, and then I kind of deviate.
I feel like sometimes that you're your happiest when you're doing, but when it comes to your sister. I feel like you spending time with your sisters is something that you generally enjoy to do as well.
Yeah. I think
like you feel like you could be like the most innocent and goofiest and just open.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I think that's another thing that I just do, that it takes me a little bit to create space to spend time, for example, with my little sister. Mm-hmm. But I know it's very important and critical for me to do so.
And you seem genuinely happy when you do it. You really do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes,
like it's not fake.
Especially after what happened with her, that I almost lost her. Right. Then it creates that, like, I need to tap.
And how old is she?
She's 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah, so that's like a baby.
But yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I still see her as that.
Yeah, I know.
You know, she communicates to me in ways that she cannot communicate with my parents, because she's already obviously speaks English.
Yeah, she's teenager.
So, yeah, she's like, oh, I can't express myself, and then she goes like, all right, what's happening?
Has she came to you about a boyfriend yet?
No, don't tell me those things.
No, it hasn't. I'm asking. My daughter. I got a daughter, so I gotta.
No, she hasn't.
I gotta learn from you first, before.
I think the moment she does, I'm gonna go
crazy.
She called me yesterday. She's like, I gotta talk to you. Are you coming home today? And I was like, no, I'm not. She's like, okay, when are you coming home? And I'm coming home on Wednesday. And she's like, okay, I gotta talk to you, mom and dad.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna say, I have a girlfriend. That's one of the first things I thought. I don't have a problem, but I sat.
Different age.
I was standing, and then I literally had to take a seat down. Like, what do you want to talk about? I can't tell you right now. Right. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I was like, girlfriend, boyfriend, fuck. Something happened. Okay, you know, all those things went through my, like, and I think it's
worse than your girlfriend telling you, or your wife telling you, hey, when you get home, I gotta talk.
Yeah,
it's worse than that.
It's worse. Man, fuck.
Did you tell Gabby? Did you tell her, like, man?
I told her. No, I mean, I didn't tell her, like, I just told her that she knew, but she said that she was thinking about getting a job.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Fuck.
But I told her, I was like, look, we had this conversation before. We had these conversations before, and you know, I appreciate you wanted to get a job to provide and whatever, but right now your sole focus should be helping mom and dad in the house, and also focusing on how to speed up your processes in school, and how to get out of school as soon as possible, and how to transcend from school to college as soon as possible, and how to pass college by the time you're 18, 19 years old. You already went through college.
What's her reasoning for wanting a job?
You know, just wanted, like, next year is gonna be her quinces, all those things.
She's trying to level up.
Yeah, she wants to go. She's into acting.
Okay.
There's nationals happening, like competitions, so she has to pay a certain amount to go in. So she has that in her head, and also wants to help my mom and my dad financially.
The art runs through your blood.
Yeah, it does.
Does your parents do you what do they feel about her?
No, they
acting.
they're just like you want to do it, go ahead and do it. You know,
so they're not as shameful as your music.
No, I don't think so because I think they learn
from
me, and God now bless. They're already like, all right.
I told you, bro. I told you, you were the reason.
Yeah,
somewhat that family, bro.
I think so, man. And I think like even though I may not, they may not show it right now. I think at some point, once all this reaches and pays off, I think they're gonna see like, man, it all made sense. It all made sense because
and you guys come from them, bro. That you're offspring of them. So I think last episode I said it and you agreed with me. Is like, I don't see how people can wake up and have no passion towards nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, and you cannot tell me that your parents don't have a passion. You may not know it.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
But you cannot tell me that you feel as artistic you are and your sister is, and I don't know your older sister, but as artistic as you are, and as you can relate to your younger sister, you can't tell me that there's your mom or your dad had to be passionate in something, bro.
Well, taking it back, because I mean, I know I've mentioned his name many times, but Big Sean said this, like his mom was passionate about acting, and she never fulfilled her dream.
Right.
And the moment that she saw that he had a dream about becoming a rapper, she actually went into the extent of being in debt to taking him up to that place of like going through it. So I'm like, man, at some point I wish I had that. But at the same time, it's my, like, obviously everybody's different, but it's my job to show that.
But your parents are from a different country as well.
Exactly.
So,
it's very different. It's so many different factors.
So
many different factors that are put into that position. But nonetheless, not because they may not support, or I may not see support.
Let me cut you, and I don't want to cut you. Let's say they didn't, but let's say that they feel like they fucked up with not supporting your passion, and
now they're exactly. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. And the moment that, like I said, that these things, pay off, then they'll be like, damn. So if his pay off, then she can pay off also,
right?
And it's like those things, and I believe that's one of the reasons why. Because I've always said this, and I wrote recently in one of the songs that I did. Was that what am I gonna tell my children? Would they be proud of me? Is the nightmare that fuels up the dream, and keeps alive the dream. And I think because I want to be able to, just like how you tell your children, you have your daily job, but you have your passion, you have what you're passionate about, and you may die tomorrow, God forbid. You are able to tell your children, I had these things, but I kept my dream alive, and you should do the same. If you have a dream, do it because you love it, and you love it. Doesn't matter what the fuck happens. Go ahead, do it. Don't let anybody bring it down because you love it, and it's your dream. And doesn't matter. If you love it, do it.
I still have that Hispanic mentality where it's you're not gonna be a fuck up and have somebody else pay for you to live. While you're chasing your passion. I tell them, as long as you can pay for yourself to live, follow your fucking passion. As long as your bills are paid. My bills are paid. Like, my bills are paid. Like, I follow this podcast shit, but my bills are paid. Like, I don't owe nobody money. Like, nobody's giving me money to fund this shit. I'm doing this shit. Yeah, so, like my daughter came to me. Like, you see that box? Look at the box. That's a vanity. And she told me, Dad, I want a vanity. I said, clean out your closet, empty your closet. She emptied her closet, cleaned out her closet. And she says, I spent $900 on a new bed, and I spent almost $1,000 on paint. And she says, Dad, I want to draw my walls. And I'm like, okay. No, I said, listen, clean your room, get rid of everything. Your room walls can be a canvas. You know how she came to me and told me? She says, look, these are the pictures I have. So she showed me pictures of people that have like drawings on like the plugs right there. Mm-hmm. But like it's like the mouse from Tom and Jerry, and then there's a hole around it, and they blacked it out. And she says, I'm gonna practice it like this before I do my walls. So she's setting up everything, and I'm like, okay, good. Cool. Like, she has the plan. So a fucking original parent, but you're drawing your walls. The fuck are you fucking?
No, exactly. You're going with them, and you're letting them be. That's
right.
what I'm saying.
With standards, though, with procedures, with protocols.
Steps.
Right, steps. Right.
It's not like, all right, go ahead, figure it out.
You're not jumping out the window, but you want to jump out the window, grab a parachute, and learn how to jump out the window before you jump out this fucking window.
Funny enough, because she recently got a vanity too.
Yeah. Oh no, my daughter's a great artist. Like I can show you pictures. I mean, of things like I don't have them here. She doesn't remember, but she's like into makeup and things like that now. So and she's doing lashes and things like that. And I'm not pushing the art on her, but I love it because the art always comes back. The art and God. So she's not here right now. For some reason, that I'm not gonna say on camera right now. I went to go sleep in her room, and I'm stressed out. And I was sleeping, and I turned around. When I turned around, on her wall, she has a scripture that she drew on the wall of God. Like it's like Proverbs. I don't know what it was. Don't ask me. Matter of fact, I was on my phone, but it was a scripture. So I'm like, I'm not teaching God to this little girl.
She's fighting.
She's fighting it. Like she's fighting it, and she's expressing it through her art. So it's like those are things as a parent that you say, damn, you're doing pretty good, bro. You're doing pretty good, and then tells me because I was in a bad time laying on her bed. I mean, man sleeping in his daughter's bed, it's a bad time. That reminds me of God.
Right.
It's like, your time's not that bad. So I guess it's long story short because we're going hours in this. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason. They tell us not to talk about God, Allah, Jesus, Buddha, whatever it is, and on these things. But there is a higher power, however you want to believe it. Whoever you believe in, unless you're just a straight atheist and you believe in the devil, you still believe in something. So
you believe in evil, you gotta believe in good.
So it is what it is. If you have one thing before this year is up that you want to do, what would it be?
One thing that I want to do before the year ends?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Musically, anything. Jumping out the fucking window, going skydiving, because you said that. But one thing that you say before 2025 hits, I gotta do that. What would it be? And these questions are getting better every time, bro.
Yeah. Fuck. I think parachuting, I'm doing it. No questions asked.
That one thing question,
but not this year. But not this year.
It's not that one thing. All right. One thing. 2025.
I want to get one of the songs on the radio.
Okay. All right, we can make that.
I think that's easy.
That's easy today.
That's easy. Or on the TV.
On TV. I think TV's easier actually than the radio. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean,
radio is just payola, but
I think I think that will be one thing. Not only to have it physically, and be able to probably say like, "Hey, that's me," and just have that recognition. Because I think, obviously, I would like to. I know it's not gonna happen.
So it's from today forward, we're gonna start tagging 99 Jams and everything.
I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. It may happen. I don't know when. Timing.
No, it's one thing you would like to happen. I said.
But yeah, or maybe meeting a well-known artist and showcasing my music. Well, funny enough, again taking it back because this is the last podcast that I watched. I didn't know Big Sean rapped to Kanye.
I told you that on the podcast.
Yeah, I remember that. But then him saying it.
I'm glad that you did your homework on Big Sean, bro.
I was listening. Well, shout out to Jay because he sent me the podcast thing, and then he was talking about how it was a process, and he was worried about the process of him getting signed by Kanye. Sorry, and how he had to wait like 2 years in order for the contract to come through, and a bunch of things, and whatever, it takes time. Yeah, so I feel like that'll be something that I don't know about rapping to somebody like that, but I feel like I would like to meet one of my idols. I had a dream, and I don't know if this ever happened to you, but it wasn't I guess it's a vivid dream. Mm-hmm. I was wide awake. I was driving.
Third person type shit.
Third person type thing. I had that imagination of that moment of I met Method Man in my head, and I was full blown crying, man. Like I was like, yo, this is not real. Obviously it wasn't real, but in my head I was like, yo, and I was on the phone. I think I called Gabriel afterwards, and I was like, man, I just had the craziest moment right now. I was driving myself out of my body, like, yo, I just met Method Man. I had another dream. Actually, that was a dream. This was a dream. I met Exhibit, and I was like, wow. I just met Exhibit.
You know,
manifestations. Yeah. So like meeting people like that is like, man, I I know it's gonna happen.
No, it's gonna happen for sure.
But soon enough, timing is everything. God's time is perfect. But I think one thing will be getting the song on the radio or TV.
Once again, happy 37th birthday to me. I tell people when I turned 30 is when I became an adult. And these 37 years has been crazy. In these 7 years out of the 30, I want to say, so my teens were hell, my 20s were great, and my 30s were hell again. So I'm looking forward to my 40s.
Okay.
My 30s, I went through a divorce, possibly breakup. 30s has just been wicked to me, but I'm not quitting. I guess I have no option to quit. So quitting's not even
it's not on the.
It's not on the table, but it's giving me the fuel to just like, bro. Like, life is short. Like, I guess I'm at the life is short stage where you see people on what they're going through, and I'm on the tail end of a lot of things, especially in this passion project that I've been doing with my podcast and things like that. And it's like a lot of people quit. I'm at the tail end. I'm at the end where a lot of people that were doing something are not doing it anymore. You're 27. I'm 37. I started this when I was 29, 30. Longer than that. Shit. So I've been doing this 8 years. So I have been through so many things in these 8 years, and I love this podcast shit so much because the shit I've gone through in life, so many people just would have quit on anything they're doing. Yeah. Like, anybody that was doing anything would have said, fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing this no more. And for me to sometimes look back and say that, bro, you still doing this shit, and you've gone through A, B, C, D, F, and you're still going, and it's still breaking you, and in some way you still show up on this camera and you smile and you act like what you're going through is not real. That just gives me solidification to say, bro, this is for you, and there's gonna be a major end at the end, whether it's me being the bigger podcaster or me helping beat somebody. I watched with a good friend the interview with me, DG, EFN, and after they watched it, it's older people, they're 52, 53. I watched it with them, and when I got home, they texted me and they're like, you're gonna be who he is one day, and somebody's gonna be sitting in the seat telling you how much they looked up to you to get to that level. That's what I see. So if that's what they see, I'm not gonna fight it. Even if I'm sitting next to somebody tomorrow and I'm not the biggest podcaster in the world, but I'm the most well-known inspirational podcast, I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it. I mean, I don't do it for money.
You're in inspiration.
I don't do it for money. I do it for just the passion. So would I like money? Sure. But who doesn't? But for the passion, I think that costs more than anything. There's a lot of people that
it transcends.
There's a lot of people that I've inspired. There's a lot of people that don't want to give me my credit that I've made them do what they do. There's a lot of people that give me my credit that do what I do. I've inspired so many people that admit it, some people that don't admit it. So in 37 years watching this and looking at all the people that I've worked with, all the people I helped, all the people I moved forward with, like, I'm still here. I haven't gave up yet. So 37 years of motherfucking Litty Willie talking shit. Thank y'all all for tuning in. Thank you all for supporting me. Thank you to Matic, because he's on like the great end of my great years. Although I'm not going nowhere yet, but I just appreciate you, bro. I talk to Paul and I talk to EFN and I talk to a lot of people, and I tell them like the one biggest inspiration I get from you is you're consistent, bro. The day you met me, you told me, "Oh, I want to do a podcast," and excuse me, vice versa. I asked you, I interviewed you, and then I asked you, "Yo, can you do this?" And then you thought about it, and like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be consistent." I'm like, "Yeah," and then we're in 9 months now, and you have not like missed an episode yet. That's just very. You can't buy consistency, bro.
Nah, bro.
You cannot buy, like, even people, and I'm gonna break it down to even more. Subscriptions are every month. But people cannot pay the subscription, they'll miss a payment.
Damn.
Consistency is something you can't even buy. You can't even buy somebody to be consistent. Because they'll come up with an excuse on why they couldn't pay you. So consistency is near dear in my heart, and I want to tell you thank you for that. Really, really, really. And just keep on doing what the fuck you do. Anything you got to say before we close out?
No, you said enough.
Said enough. Matic Monday. Before we close out, shout out to High Noon. Once again, you know High Noon.
We're here for you.
We got the seltzers. We're waiting for these sponsors. And anything else to say? We out.